You walk into the gym, or maybe you don't, maybe you just think about walking into it, and your brain immediately starts bargaining with you. Cardio feels safer. It feels familiar. You can sweat, feel productive, post a photo, and leave convinced you did something. But underneath that comfort is a quiet misunderstanding about how your body actually works. And that misunderstanding has been costing you years. Because while everyone else is chasing calorie burn like it's a paycheck that disappears at midnight, you're standing next to the one thing that keeps paying long after you clock out. Muscle. Silent, demanding, unforgiving, and brutally honest. You already know this, even if you haven't admitted it yet. The leaner, stronger people don't look frantic about food. They don't panic over one meal. They don't live on treadmills like hamsters with good intentions. They move differently. They eat differently. They exist differently. And the difference isn't genetics, it's tissue. Here's the part no one likes to dwell on. Fat is metabolically lazy. It barely burns calories at rest. Muscle, on the other hand, is expensive. It costs energy just to exist. Every pound of muscle quietly pulls calories out of your system while you're sitting, working, sleeping, scrolling, or pretending you're too busy to train. That's not motivation talk. That's physiology. While 1 pound of fat burns 2 calories at rest, 1 pound of muscle burns anywhere from 6 to 10 calories at rest. Quite the difference, no? So when you hear someone say, abs are made in the kitchen, they're not wrong, but they're incomplete. Because the kitchen only works when the house is built correctly. Muscle is the structure. Without it, you're just dieting in a fragile body, negotiating with hunger every day, hoping discipline saves you from biology. It won't. Biology always wins. Ask anyone who's tried to out-cardio a bad foundation. And here's where your curiosity should start to itch. Why does building muscle feel harder than losing fat, yet solve more problems at once? Because muscle demands something most trends don't: commitment over novelty. You don't accidentally build it. You don't stumble into it. You show up when the mirror hasn't changed yet. When soreness lingers. When progress is invisible. That's the pattern interruption your brain hates, and exactly why it works. Think about your first truly hard workout. Not the one where you broke a sweat, but the one where you questioned your life choices halfway through a set. Remember that moment where your muscles burned, your breathing felt loud in your ears, and quitting felt logical? That wasn't just physical stress. That was identity stress. Your nervous system was being introduced to a new baseline, and your body adapts to baselines relentlessly. When you lift weights, real resistance, progressive overload, not vibes and neon lighting, you're sending a message: prepare for demand. Your body responds by increasing muscle fiber size, strengthening connective tissue, improving insulin sensitivity, and elevating resting metabolic rate. Translation: you become harder to store fat on. You become more forgiving of food. You become more resilient under stress. This is why two people can eat the same meal and get wildly different results. One has built a system that uses energy. The other stores it. Same fork, different machinery. And yes, before your inner skeptic interrupts, cardio has benefits. Heart health, endurance, stress relief. But cardio without muscle is like upgrading your car's stereo while the engine is falling apart. Looks impressive. Doesn't change performance. Muscle also does something sneakier. It changes your relationship with effort. When you train consistently, your brain rewires its tolerance for discomfort. Studies show resistance training improves executive function, focus, and mood regulation. You're not just stronger, you're calmer under pressure. You recover faster emotionally. You sleep deeper. You stop reacting like every inconvenience is a personal attack. Wild side effect, right? And let's talk about joints, because someone always says, lifting hurts my knees. Weak muscles hurt joints. Strong muscles protect them. Strength training increases bone density, reinforces tendons, and improves movement mechanics. It's literally anti-fragility. You don't become stiff by lifting. You become stiff by avoiding load. Here's a gentle but uncomfortable question. If muscle is this powerful, why do so many people avoid building it? Because muscle exposes inconsistency. You can't fake it with detoxes. You can't rush it with supplements. You can't outsource it to motivation. Muscle grows when you do boring things repeatedly with intent. Same lifts, same effort, same discipline. week after week. And that terrifies the part of you that wants transformation without transformation. But notice something important. Once muscle is built, it stays, if you respect it. Fat loss is fragile. Muscle is loyal. It sticks around if you show up even moderately. That's why people who've trained seriously can take breaks and still look like themselves. Their body remembers who they are. And mentally, that might be the real secret weapon. Strength training releases endorphins, yes, but it also builds self-trust. You tell yourself you'll train, then you do. That loop, promise, effort, follow through, restores confidence in a way no affirmation ever could. You stop needing motivation because momentum becomes your personality. You start eating differently too, not because you can't, but because you don't want to sabotage something you've built. Food becomes fuel, not a moral dilemma. Hunger becomes information, not an emergency. Also, let's be honest, lifting gives you permission to enjoy food without spiraling. That alone is worth a membership. And here's where things get quietly profound. Muscle changes how you age. It protects cognition. It reduces risk of metabolic disease. It preserves independence. The difference between needing help and being helped later in life often comes down to strength built decades earlier. Today's workouts are tomorrow's quality of life. So when someone asks, what's the fastest way to burn belly fat? The honest answer is, build a body that burns calories even when you're not thinking about it. Not sexy, not viral, but brutally effective. Now pause for a second and ask yourself, if muscle is a metabolic engine, a mental stabilizer, a longevity tool, and a discipline amplifier, why would you keep treating it like an optional accessory? Is it fear of starting? Fear of doing it wrong? Fear of committing to something that might actually work? Because once you build muscle, there's no pretending anymore. You're no longer trying. You're training. And training changes expectations, especially your own. And the real question isn't whether muscle works. The question is whether you're ready to become the kind of person who builds it. Now, if you want to build your dream physique but don't know where to start, we created the Ultimate Beginner's Ultimate Guide that takes all the guesswork out, that will become your fitness compass that will allow you to create that dream physique that all men strive for. Broad shoulders, big upper chest, small waist, almost like a superhero, and key lifts that will create this illusion in a fast time frame compared to other programs. Link in our bio, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe for other videos just like this.